Hey everybody, it's Rad. Today I'm going to draw some of my doodle characters, and here are the ones I'm going to draw today. This is the finished piece, and we're going to go back in time and I'm going to draw them with you step by step. If you need to, pause, rewind, do what you have to do so that you can keep up with me. Before we get started, I wanted to show you some of my drawings featuring some of the characters that we're going to be drawing today, like the Get Crackin' Egg and the puzzle piece and the rainbow. Maybe you'll find them inspiring. I'll be using a Posca pen. You could use whatever you'd like. So the first one I'm going to draw is my Get Cracking Egg, and I have to admit it's taken me a little bit to practice this. So if you want to, on a separate piece of paper, practice drawing an egg shape, because it might require some practice to get that right, or to get it the way you want it to be. All right, and then draw a crack in it, and then, as I always do, I draw two eyes, one bigger than the other, because that's my style. And then you draw a happy smile, and there you go. This little egg has two words for you: get cracking. And the next one is the puzzle piece, which I have to admit, every time I draw it a little bit differently. They have some parts that stick out, they have some parts that stick in. So this one I'm drawing out first, as you see here. And then for the bottom part, I'm going to draw a shape going inwards. So there's a negative space within the shape itself. And there you go. And then for these other two parts, I think I'm going to just draw a straight line across, and then one coming down so everything is connected. See that? Then I'm going to make it look like it's got some depth to it. So I'm going to add some drop shadow on these little sections. See this? Sometimes I fill it in with just black, sometimes I outline it. There you go. And then I'm going to draw the face. So again, one eye bigger than the other, with little eyeballs, and then a little smiling mouth. This one I'll do a little bit different than the other one. So the next one is going to be Artie the Owl. I have an image of him here, see? And he's pretty simple shape. So there's got a negative space, between his ears, as it were, the top of his head. So I'm going to draw like a scooped out shape, like a U first, smaller U. And then I'm going to connect the whole thing by making a bigger shape like that, right? Like another U, but connected to the smaller one. And then, of course, the small eye and the big eye. But the little difference, there is a beak in between them. Oh, I drew them a little small this time, but it's all right. And then they've got their little wings. And because it's an art owl, I'm going to add a brush. So here's the brush. He's got the wooden part, and then he's got the little metal part, which is called the ferrule. And here are the bristles, the brush, and then the bottom part below. And the little feet, this is what they look like little scallops shapes. And I'm going to draw some splatters, because for some reason Artie never wants to wear an apron. What are you going to do? So there you have it, Artie the Art Owl. And the fourth doodle is going to be Rainbow. Here he is in this drawing that I did. And how you start it is, well, you draw the eyes first, actually, which is different from the other three. You draw the eyes, one bigger than the other, and then you draw the little mouth. And then here's the fun part, you draw a little line in between the two eyes. And then I'm going to draw one side here and one side there to connect the whole rainbow arch. See, left and then right. And then very closely underneath the mouth, I'm going to draw from the center another arch here, another arch there. And I purposely do not worry about them being perfect. And sometimes I don't even count how many rows I'm doing. It's up to you. Then you connect the bottom and you're done. Now the fifth doodle is going to be a globe. And how do I start that? Well, as you guessed it, with a circle. Now don't worry about your circle being perfect or not. I don't. So draw a circle as best as you can. If you need to practice off stage, if you will, then do so on another piece of paper. And then you draw a large continent. And the continent can be anything you'd like. I'm going to draw something that kind of looks like North America-ish, if sort of, kind of, but not really. And I make it cropped, of course. And then in the center, I make the eyes. Sometimes I add glasses on this one. Today, I'm feeling like all the eyes I'm going to be drawing are so similar. Oh well. So I'm going to draw two eyes as usual, and then I'm going to draw the mouth like I have done before. Right? So there you have it. And now you're going to draw an arch along the side of that left side of the globe, like this. Okay, very close to it. That's going to be the piece of metal that holds it all together. And you're going to draw two of them. And the last thing is to draw the dome shape below. That's going to be the stand that holds this thing together, that keeps it upright. And that's how you do it. Seal it, and you're done. And for number 6, we're going to make some more food like the egg. We're going to make pancakes. So to start the pancakes, it's a similar way that we did the rainbow. You do the eyes first. So draw the eyes, one bigger than the other. It doesn't matter which one is which. And draw the eyeballs, of course, and a little smile. And then you could draw a little line between the eyes as well. And to the left of the left eye, you're going to draw a little square to represent a little pat of butter. And then you're going to draw this shape that is wiggly all around, starting from the left eye to the right eye. And make sure it looks like it's dripping with syrup. Let's draw 3 stacks of pancakes. So you're going to draw a curve going from the left to the right 3 times. Going from the left to the right. Doesn't have to be so perfect because pancakes are perfectly imperfect. And then you're going to draw another one. There you go. And then the third. Now in between each one of them, you're going to draw like a little line. If you notice that pancakes have this like imperfect line there. See my broken line? And then a little bit on the top. There you go. And now all it needs is a plate. So we're going to add another curve, another arch around it, making it look like a disc. Technically, this shape is called an ellipse, a circle seen from the side. And there are your pancakes. The next food item is going to be a burger. There's one here. I'm going to draw another one similar. And it starts just like the rainbow, just like the pancakes, with, you guessed it, 2 eyes. So the first thing to do is to draw the 2 eyes. Now, similar to the pancake, you're going to draw an arch coming from one eye to the next. This will make it look like it's a big hamburger bun, or a veggie burger bun if it's for me. And then you could draw some little dots on it to represent some seeds, like sesame seeds. So what's inside the bun? Let's start with some lettuce by drawing some wavy lines, 3 little waves. There you go. Sound effects are optional. Then let's add some cheese, vegan or otherwise. And then the last thing is to add a patty in there, just like a little curve there. There you go. 2 sides of it if you need to. And then the last thing, of course, is to put some the bottom bun. It's going to look like the top one, but inverted. The opposite way, of course. Okay, so I drew a little too big. What are you going to do? Okay, enough of food. The 8th thing I'm going to draw now is the saguaro cactus. These cactuses could live hundreds of years old. Each arm can be 70 years old. And as you guessed it, I'm going to start with the eyes. So draw the eyes first and then draw a curve starting from the left eye going up and over as you see here. It looks like an upside down J. These arms are going to be at a different height. So I start with the right one and I go around and make a curve as you see here. See? The arms are both going to be pointing upwards. And the next arm is going to be a little bit shorter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line from below the left eye. And then I'm going to draw an arm just like the other one, but it's going to be a little smaller, maybe not as high. Right? And after I do that, I'm going to draw lines coming down from each arm. And then I draw a line on the bottom. And I'm good. After this, I'm going to draw lines because this thing has ridges. I'm going to draw maybe 2 over here. That's what I could fit on mine. Maybe yours is different. And lines coming down, but not so close to the mouth. I forgot to put the mouth in, so I just did it. And so I have some lines there. These are ridges. And then I'm going to draw maybe 2 or 3 on the other arm. And then I'm going to draw some above the head. If you have to rewind and look at this again, you could do that. You know what? Maybe it's springtime. Maybe I'll draw a little flower over here on this one because they do grow some flowers on them during the springtime. And then I'm going to draw spikes and dots in the center and spikes on the outside part of the saguaro. And maybe I'll put a little hole over here so that little critter could live in there later on, as they do in the desert, taking refuge from the hot sun. And for our last drawing, we're going to represent a different time of year or landscape, and we're going to be drawing a little snow person. I like to draw them with a little jaunty wool hat on the side. So I'm going to draw a little band first. So kind of follow me as best as you can. See that? Then I'm going to draw the top part of the hat, and the last thing I'm going to do is the little pom-pom, which is just going to be a little circle. Now my snow people are different. They have big heads and small bodies. That's what makes it unique, and not to mention really cute. Alright, so let's draw that big head coming from the bottom of the left side of the hat. Go curving around, make it really big so they make the hat look small as well. And there you go, that is the head. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add a carrot nose right in the center. And you could do it any kind of style you like. I'm adding some little texture to it on the bottom. And then you're going to add 2 coal eyes. Maybe they should be bigger. And about 3 or 4 of them for the mouth to make them curved. Alright, and then the next thing to do is add a little scarf coming from one side and 3 little lines. And remember, the bottom part is going to be smaller, so make sure now you're thinking in your head, it's going to be small, make it smaller. So be sure to do that to make it look really cute and to have this kind of style. Alright, make the curve from left to right, and then you're going to put 3 buttons on of coal. And then on either side, you're going to draw some little arms, which are going to be look like twigs, as you see here. And then that's pretty much it. You could draw some snow on the ground. There you have it. We did it. We drew 9 new characters. And I have a tip for you, and this goes for me too. I would go back and actually draw them again. That way you get better and better at it, because let me tell you, between me and me, there's a few of them here that I would actually want to redo myself. But I'm not going to tell you which ones they are. Again, it's between me and me. Thank you for watching, everyone, and be sure to subscribe and like and comment and share. I really appreciate it. If you haven't been drawing already, I only have 2 words for you at this point. Get cracking. Surprise, I have a bonus 10th character, and it's a spray paint can. The first thing you're going to do is to draw the eyes. So 2 eyes, one bigger than the other. I'm going to draw the first one bigger, and then the second one a little bit smaller after that. And they're going to be looking to the left because they want to see what they're spraying. And they're happy about it, so there's a happy little smile. Now you're going to draw a line coming up from the left eye, a short line, and then one going across from left to right, just past the other eye. And then the line coming from below the left eye is longer, and then another line there, and one that connects it. That's the can of the spray paint can. And then the next thing you're going to do after that is to draw the little ridges, the little curvy bits that are on the top and on the bottom part, like that. And afterwards, you're going to draw the dome that's on top of the spray paint can, which is pretty easy. It's just like a rainbow. We've done that already. So there you go. Then you're going to draw a little line on the top, and that's a little part that sticks up from the spray paint can and connects to the part that you push, the little cap. And then you draw the spray. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So easy too. So that's your surprise bonus. Now don't say I don't give you anything now. Well, thank you so much once again for watching, and be sure to subscribe and like and comment and share. I really appreciate it. All right, thanks again. Bye, everybody.